following gentle movement stretching session is part of a series of 25 Limber Up sessions you can do complements of BC endurance trainings. These sessions were recorded during actual conference call workouts facilitated by Brian Clarke, the originator of the gentle movement stretching method. By following along with the series, you'll learn the method and the skills so you can limber up without pain or discomfort.
We begin with arm swinging, which is the swinging back and forth in front of you. Your arms overlap. First one over the other, then the other over the other. And then the second exercise is up and down, which is throwing your arms way up and letting them fall way down, way up and then down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You do about 7 or 8 of those, and then relax your shoulders and arms. Just get a sense if you feel any kind of after effect of the exertion in your shoulders. You don't have to have an after effect. I'm just asking you, do you have an after effect? And then neck rotations is actually kind of like a head rotation, or around with your head and neck, and feel a stretch as you go around, making a big circle with your head. Keeping your shoulders pretty steady. It's just the neck. And paying attention to whether there's discomfort in the neck, especially low in the neck, in the shoulders, let's say somewhere. Pay attention. If there's discomfort, then you back off. Don't go as hard. Go one way and then go the other. Come around the other way. Keep your shoulders steady. Your shoulders should be back and down. And then when you have a pretty good handle on that one, then relax in a neutral position and notice if there's any kind of tension in your pelvic region. Maybe, I don't know, because you're leaning forward or something, I don't know. Relax whatever's going on in the muscles in your pelvic region, meaning, your butt muscles and everything else down there. Just relax it. Okay. One reason I want you to relax down there is that we're going to do a kind of a torso trunk twister activity now. So you take a little wider stance, little wider than shoulder width apart, your feet. And then think of your pelvic region as being the apex or top of a triangle. And the one side of the triangle is your left leg and the other side is your right leg, all the way down to your feet. And you want to be as well balanced as you can be. So you got minimal tension on whatever it is that you're keeping balance with. You're not holding yourself up or down or something with that hand or those hands. And you've relaxed all the muscles that aren't working to keep you standing up. Relax them. And then the motion is a consecutive motion. It's like you get into a position and you create motion out of it. And here's what you're going to do. You're going to lean to one side, way over as far as you can go without messing with the triangle and without causing any kind of discomfort. And then flip forward so that you can eventually feel a stretch on the back of your legs, maybe your lower back. And then keep coming around until you're leaning to one side, way over to one side. And notice if there's tension or anything in your lower back or your hips or whatever, discomfort. And keep it coming until you're kind of leaning back and looking up. Trunk twisters, where you're going all the way around, stretching, feeling for discomfort, trying to stay within or inside of that discomfort, just keeping it rolling. And then we're going to do a couple of leg stretches now, starting with, let's do a quad stretch, everybody. So you hold on to something for balance and stand up so that you've got really good posture. Your hips are tilted back and your chest is up and your shoulders are back and down. And then lift one leg, the leg that's the farthest out from whatever you're holding on to, and grab your ankle. Not your foot, but your ankle. And notice what happens to your posture. And notice how suddenly you feel. What feels like it's being stretched? You know, it should be the quad muscle on the upper front of your leg that's bent. It should be the big quadricep, big muscles in the front, upper leg. And then you can stretch it further by bringing it in towards the center line. And so you bring it in, 3, 4, 5, 6 times without any kind of strain or pain. Just bring it in, relaxed effort, and then drop that leg and turn around and hold on to something for balance. And then lift that outer leg and grab the ankle and relax everything and get into the right posture. So you're standing on one leg, one foot, and your shoulders are back and down. And you're relaxing the big quad muscle that you're stretching. If there's significant discomfort, just drop it. Drop the leg. Bring the knee in towards the center line several times, up to maybe 5 or 6. And then relax again. When you bring it into the center line this time, then bring it back towards the other knee. The knee comes back towards the other knee at a relaxed level. And notice if there's any discomfort. Notice if your leg shakes, your knee shakes as you bring it back. Okay, you can drop that leg. One more stretch now. We're going to do a calf stretch. Calf stretch. And you're going to get into the classic runner pose. And the classic runner pose is the back leg straight and the foot flat on the ground and pointed directly forward towards the hip that's above it. The knee is pretty much locked on that back leg, the straight leg. And one of the motions or movements is to kind of thrust your hips forward, so you begin to feel a stretch in the hip, whatever hip you're pressing forward. And you play with that a bit by kind of pressing into it and out, into it out, into it out. And then flip around now and stretch the calf on the other leg. So the first thing that you want to pay attention to is where that back foot is pointed. You can look down and see whether it's pointed right at the hip that's above it. If it's not, then you have to correct. Otherwise, you're not in the classic runner position, which is the essence of this particular stretch. And then see about pressing that hip forward and back, forward and back. And you notice the stretch down in the back lower part of that leg, what it feels like, whether you can feel a stretch there, and whether it feels good or not, and what you're doing to cause it not to feel good or to feel good.
Thanks for limbering up with us during this gentle stretching exercise session. Feel free to subscribe so you don't miss the next session, and share the BC Endurance Trainings links with your friends on socials. Also, check out our website at bcendurancetrainings.com. It's your gateway to great fitness programs and courses for runners, joggers, walkers, and all endurance athletes.